Everyone remembers the groom breaking the cup in Jewish weddings. It's like an explosion of emotion that was pent up, sometime for years, not only in the hearts of those getting married, but in every person who loves them. People look into their eyes and see hope. People think birth is like that too, a moment of extreme joy, of new life entering the world. It is, sometimes, but birth is much messier than weddings. We don't get to choose the venue, we don't choose the hour, and we don't step into an industry that was designed to make us feel like royalty for one day. A mother can imagine the birth of her child for years, only to be rushed into the operating room by a crew of medical staff that she doesn't know. These people, unlike the manager at the wedding venue, don't sit her down and let her process the evaporation of her dream. They say a few words about decelerations, and suddenly everyone's running with her bed. She reaches the operating room where she finds more people she never met running around, bringing equipment and opening surgical kits. 4 people lift her from the bed and put her on the operating table. Someone looks at her from above and asks her about allergies and medical conditions in a speed that barely leaves room for answers. Someone says, "We need to start now." There's a mask on her face that's held so tight she feels she's suffocating. 3 different people are standing above her head. She's told to take deep breaths. She's trying to tell them there's no air in the mask, but they don't listen, and a moment later the room is gone. The woman wakes up less than an hour later. She's now the mother of a beautiful, healthy boy. She can't see him yet because they want to make sure she's okay after surgery, but they promise her he's fine and taken care of. She isn't processing everything that happened to her yet. She's still groggy from anesthesia, and too much happened too fast. The sadness will come later. There are things we can't control, but even in the things we can, we infuse sadness. That wedding we talked about. Why break a cup? Why take something whole, something useful, and shatter it? Why not hold on to the moments of happiness that life gave us without paying tribute to an ancient tragedy? They say it's because of the destruction of the Jewish temple. Jews stood in front of the house of God and watched fire consume the foundations of their faith. They cried out with such force that you can still hear its echo in every wedding. Even though I've lived in the shadow of this story for decades, it was never really mine. I do, however, walk in this world with a feeling that part of me is missing. I'm more tired, more cynical, and more broken than I ever thought I'd become. That's why I feel at home when I see shattered cups at weddings. They shattered, and through the pieces, joy entered.